Hi, I'm Araceli and I'm going to present my work. In this work, I have tried to show how words can hurt a person without us realizing it. I have been tracing cracks and coloring with tempera inside while introducing phrases or words, and like this with the whole plate. This representation reflects a relationship I had in the past, which was very toxic and ended up breaking after so much suffering. Staying in a toxic relationship can have serious consequences for our emotional health. Constant exposure to negativity and lack of support can lead to stress, anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. In addition, a toxic relationship can limit our personal growth and restrict our opportunities for happiness and fulfillment. And it is important to remember that we deserve a healthy and respectful relationship. If we recognize the signs of a toxic relationship and prioritize our emotional health, we can free ourselves from that burden and open ourselves to new opportunities for growth and happiness. I think that the representation of the plate is a very clear way of reflecting the reality of the situation. Doing it with tempera allows me to show a less perfect and more worn aspect. I have represented on the plate some phrases that still resonate with me, and I'm sure that if anyone has gone through the same thing, they will be familiar to you. You are useless. You are not going out with that clothes. Crybaby. There are many better than you. It's all your fault. You will be left alone. I have used the hammer to represent when the words end up weighing too much and in the end you break without wanting to. Then I have written sorry in several pieces because normally they always regret after a fight or after saying all those things, and you probably try to forgive him, try to forget everything he has said to you before. That's why I use the color white, trying to erase everything, but in the end, no matter how much you try to get back on good terms with him or to pretend nothing has happened, you will never be the same. In this second work, I wanted to deal with the subject of social gender stereotypes. I used our class notebook and I tried to reflect in a drawing the most common stereotype that we have about men and women. Basically, the woman is a housewife, while the man is out all day working. As we have already used this drawing technique in class, I have decided to do it here, as I find it a visual way. I think that we, as future teachers, should act against inequality in this way. First, raise awareness against sexism, to question certain stereotypes that we take as natural when in reality they are social constructions. To deal with the issue of equality without complexes, ignore criticism or pressure from third parties when dealing with equality issues. Join forces for equal education. The more people are involved in this type of education, the more effective it will be. Work across the board. Reinforce boys and girls in their preference regardless of whether or not they coincide with what the stereotype leads us to expect. Thanks to this technique work on in class, making this work has been much more enjoyable and easier, although I would love to continue improving the technique as it's something I really like. That through a drawing, a reflection or a vindication can be transmitted seems to me to be one of the best things that art has to offer. Artistic drawing is one of the first forms of art that human beings can access in order to express themselves, even unconsciously. Thus, since we are children, we are encouraged to draw and to practice our expressiveness through drawing. But drawing is not only an artistic expression. It is a resource for solving problems, visualizing ideas, analyzing, creating, and sharing with others. It allows us to stimulate our imagination and generate new possibilities while allowing us to communicate them. These types of stereotypes should end in order for society to improve.